Hi, my name is Nur Akila binti Muhammad. My metric number is 286905. First of all, I will explain about consumer demand and utility concept. Consumer demand is a purchase of willingness and ability to buy quantities of goods at different price over a set of period. The quantity is negatively correlated to the goods of price. For example, the higher price, the lower quantity demand and vice versa. There have been two parts to demand determinants, an internal factor and external factor. The only aspect that can influence the change in quantity demand is the product price. The goods of consumer are willing and able to buy inversely proportional to the price of those goods. Consumer prefer to buy more goods at lower price. The consumer income, the price of related goods, consumer preference, consumer expectation, and the volume of buyers in the market will be external factor. A change in quantity demand is described the only movement along the demand curve. The demand curve does not change. Instead, follow the exciting curve. The change can be understood by shifting the entire demand curve, generated by a variety of factors. The demand curve has a full shift left or right in this event. Utility concept is a concern with people, preference, and value. Utility is a metric that can measure satisfaction as a result of consuming goods, and util is a unit. Total utility is the total satisfaction that can be received from consuming a specific quantity of goods. Utility can be explained in two cases, cardinal sense and ordinal sense. Cardinal utility is that economic welfare that can be observed and valued. People may be able to communicate the benefit that consumption provides for the various items. Ordinal utility is that consumer rank of choice in terms of preference and did not include the actual numeric value. These are the example graph of total utility and marginal utility.
Good morning, madam. My name is Feng Xing. My metric number is 278021. Today, I want to present about our article on consumer behavior. So, first one is, what is consumer behavior? Consumer is any individual who purchase goods and service from the market and show a preference for specific product and service. Consumer behavior is the study of individual, household, group, or organization. For the next, consumer behavior can be analyzed as what consumers think and feel about various products. There are four categories of factors that influence consumer behavior. First one is persona. For this persona factor, thought and feeling can be influenced by demographic. For example, gender, age, occupation, economic status, lifestyle, and personal reason. The next factor is social factor. This factor include friends, family members, social media, and income influence consumer behavior. To give an example, a man has used Panasonic and air conditioner before. He has a good understanding for this product feature and specification. Therefore, he recommends this product to people he knows. The third factor is the psychological factor. Perception is that a person's reaction to a marketing message will depend on their perception and attitude. People with the same need may not buy similar products because of difference in perception. The first is selective attention, which refers to the process by which individuals pay attention to information that is useful to them or their immediate family. The second is selective distortion, which is the tendency of consumers to perceive information in a way that is consistent with their existing ideas and beliefs. The last factor is cultural factor. Cultural factors are the factors that include the set of values and ideology of a particular community or group of individuals. For example, for Hindus, eating beef is considered a sin, whereas Muslims and Christians are able to eat beef. Therefore, beef is required or not required for each particular group. So, that's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Nurdini Syami binti Mi Anwar and my metric number is 280167. So, in this group assignment, a total of 18 respondents responded to the questionnaire that was disclosed. The selection of the respondent met the target of the study, which is all of them were a customer. The description of the background analysis of the respondent consists of concepts like gender, ethnicity, and age. So, for the questionnaire, this questionnaire method was used as an information collector and distributed to several respondents to obtain detailed information about user behavior. Respondents involved in this study were given between 10 to 15 minutes to answer all of the items contained in the questionnaire. This questionnaire method is very important because the finding of the study are entirely dependent on the finding of this questionnaire. The questionnaire covers the background of data of the respondent in section A. Next, in section B on consumer behavior according to several factors such as price, income, and mode of purchases. And lastly, for part C, it is about consumer behavior towards two different branded goods.
Assalamualaikum Doktor. My name is Zakri Isaini binti Zahrain. My matrix number is 289738. I will present about analysis and respondent background. Analysis. The findings of the study were obtained from the questionnaire method and the interview method. The data and information obtained will be analyzed to obtain answer of the objective. Respondent background. A total of 18 respondents from various backgrounds were interviewed. The description of the background analysis of the respondents involve gender, ethnicity, and age. Based on the study that has been conducted, the respondents of the study are a total of 18 people, which consists of 11 female respondents, equivalent 61.1%, and 7 male respondents, equivalent 38.9%. Gender was studied to find out which group had the most purchase. Second, ethnic analysis, respondents' background. The pie chart shows the percentage respondents by ethnicity. Based on the data obtained, 15 of the respondents are Malay, which is 83.3%, and more respondents are Chinese. The findings of the study show that the ethnicity of the respondents consists only of Malays and Chinese. Third, age analysis of respondents' background. The pie chart above shows the percentage of respondents based on age. A total of 11 respondents equal to 61.1% age under 30. Only one person, that is 5.55%, age around 41 to 50, and only 1%, that is only 5.55%, were over 50 years old. Overall, respondents under the age of 30 years old were the largest number of all respondents.
So the first question is, I prefer to purchase good or product depending on the brand. Like percentage is taken by moderate, and the second higher is collected by agree and strongly agree, because consumer experience as they recognize the brand. Second, even if the price is high, I am glad that I can buy branded good. Around 8 respondents choose to moderate their hesitations when the price increase. By contrast, consumer are really sensitive to the price change. How respondents choose agree, meanwhile two choose strongly agree. A few reasons, for example, where the goods allow its owner to feel fit to the society or to show their worth. My income rise, I will increase my purchase of goods. In normal economic activity, when consumer income rise, consumer will demand the greatest quantity of good purchases. In this case, it means that when the consumer income rise, they will increase their purchase of goods with assumptions that the factor is not changing. It shows that it responded choose K agree, and for respondent choose strongly agree. This show that how consumer actually increase their purchases when the income price. Theory say that when the price increase, the less quantity demanded. In this case, it means that when the price of good is low, I will increase my purchases with assumptions that other factor is not changing. It respondent choose strongly agree. Purchasing power or buying power also allow them to buy more with the same amount of money but more quantity of product. Meanwhile, the second higher is taken by the scale moderate with for respondent because they recognize the difference between the desired state and the actual condition. I prefer to buy goods online rather than in person. Graph shows that it respondent choose scale moderate, then for respondent and to respondent choose scale agree and strongly agree. Buying goods from online actually bring pros and cons because not all of the products are suitable for the online purchases. For example, some good like plus product, since it's not good for the online purchaser because it might break during the delivery time. Online is more convenient and cost effective. Now respondent moderate their decision, saying that purchasing goods online is more convenient and cost effective, probably because of the inflexibility return policy that may exceed respondent and one respondent to scale agree and strongly agree. Purchasing go online is more convenient and cost effective. For example, it helps to save time and it actually really help for those who have really busy lifestyles.
Hi, peace be upon you. My name is Nur Alisa Maisara binti Zulkifli and my metric number is 289774. My part is to present the analysis of last part of the questionnaire, which is similar types of goods. This part will explain the result of comparison two similar types of goods, which is fried chicken from different brands. Goods A represent fried chicken from McDonald's and goods B represent fried chicken from Kentucky Fried Chicken, which is KFC. As you can see here, graph shows the annual scale of 18 respondents that purchases goods. The related graph is, if the price of item A goes down by 50%, I will buy, which amounts to 18 respondents showing whether they agree or strongly agree. In this case, it showed 7 people who marked strongly agree or equal to 38.9%. And meanwhile, for those who are marked strongly agree, the number has exceeded the number of agree, which is 11 people, or the equivalent of 61.1%. This actively shows that people are more likely to choose goods A when the price drops as high as 50% from the original price. Now we're moving on to the next graph, which shows the annual scale for purchases of related items. Even if the price of item A is high, I will still buy the item A. Among the 18 respondents indicated strongly disagree, disagree, and moderate. In this case, the lowest number of respondents is strongly disagree, which is 3 respondents, or the equivalent of 60.7%. According to the graph shown, the second highest graph mark is moderate, which the number of respondents of 7 people, equivalent to 38.9%. And the highest graph is shown in disagree, where the number of respondents is 8 people, or equivalent to 44.4%. In conclusion of all that has been stated so far, most of the many respondents choose not to agree for a variety of specific reasons. The next data is the graph that related to if the price of an item goes up 15%, I will buy item A. Among the 18 respondents indicated strongly disagree, disagree, moderate, agree, and strongly agree. The highest scale mark is agree. For the scale of strongly agree and moderate, both have the same number of respondents, which is 4 people, or the equivalent of 22.2%. Furthermore, the strongly disagree and disagree scales also had the same number of the respondents, only 1 or the equivalent of 5.6%. It happens for some reasons. Maybe the respondents stay with item B because they belong to the high income group to meet their wants and tastes. Next, the graph in this section shows the scale of the study of factors influencing their demand behavior related to if my income increased by 50%, I will buy item A. Among the 18 respondents indicated moderate, agree, and strongly agree. According to the scale that has been displayed, the highest was obtained in a moderate, that is 8 respondents, or equivalent to 44.4%. And the next scale is strongly agree, which shows the lowest scale with a total of 3 people, or the equivalent of 16.7%. This may happen because an increase in income will cause the demand for ordinary goods to increase. It can happen that item A is a consumer desire item that marks strongly agree, and when there is an increase in income, the consumer decides to buy it. Now we're on the last data. This last graph shows the scale of the study related to if my income increases by 50%, I will buy both items A and B. 8 respondents said it strongly disagree, disagree, moderate, and agree. The highest number of respondents was shown in a moderate manner, which was 8 respondents, or equivalent to 44.4%. In addition, the second highest scale is shown on the scale of agree, with a total of 6 respondents, or the equivalent of 33.3%. And the lowest scale is shown at strongly disagree, which is only 1 respondent, or the equivalent of 5.6%. It may occur because the respondent has no taste for both items and prioritizes his or her wants or needs over the other items. And we're finally on the last slide. To conclude all of it, consumer interest is the willingness of consumers to buy products and services according to their needs and tastes. Understanding consumer buying behavior is the key to attracting customers. Human psychology is a major determinant of consumer behavior, and some of the culture factors are culture, subculture, social class, economic class, and ethnicity. Patterns of buying behavior are collective and offer unique characteristics to the marketers. Studying customer behavior in terms of venue choices will help marketers identify key store locations. And customers can be divided according to their level of loyalty so that marketers can understand their needs. Dividing audiences based on buyer readiness allows marketers to create a seamless customer journey.
Okay, for this reflection part, I speak on behalf of my group members. For us, this group work have improved our communication skills where we need to meet and do some survey on the respondent. This group work also help us to improve our teamwork skills. By doing this work, we need to do all things together. For example, during the final session before this assignment was submitted, we checked the whole assignment to make sure we had done all as required, and all group members also give their cooperation well. The challenge in doing this task for us is that we find it difficult to communicate. This is because we cannot meet and only discuss online, and information is also limited. And lastly, we hope that all the knowledges that we have gained in doing this can be put into practice in the future. That's all from me. Thank you.